Hello guys, so welcome to another video. So as I said before, I'm going to post a video of Rhino Grasshopper from the basics on every Friday. So stay tuned for brand new videos. And this week we are going to see the 2D geometries and 3D geometries, the basic things in the Friday noon. So let's go into the video. So in previous week we just brushed up with the lines and the other 2D interface, the interface of the Rhino, just the basic stuff. So in this I'm just going to say it properly, because in previous video like I wrote like replace, like you are going fast. No, like I just gave a brush up. So I'll teach that command properly in this videos. Okay, so let's go into the video. First, obvious, the basic command called line. We are going to see about line in this video. Line and line segment, polylines. Okay, so line. You can take the command line in 3 different ways in Rhino. Okay, one way is using this toolbar, single line. Okay, another way is typing in command prompt, line. Another way is you can go into the curve tab, you can get line. So there are 3 options. In Rhino, the interface is amazing because it gives you a lot of options where you can choose the tool in different ways. So you can take it from here, you can take it from the tab, so you can customize yourself according to your comfort. So I take certain commands from the command prompt by typing, because I know the shortcut keys, and certain commands from here because I take the commands which is like above, and I take some commands, like some commands I don't use often, so I don't remember the name, so I just at that time I just go into the command prompt. So it depends on you. Okay, so so you can see here I just gave a text called not joined is equal to line segment, join is equal to polyline. What is the difference and what it says? So first let's go into this. Okay, so you can say I'm just clicking a line from I'm just taking the line from the toolbar. So it's asking for start of the line, I'm just giving an end of the line. So when I select this, you can see one open curve added to selection. That's great. So I could see this is a line, and you know what is open curve and closed curve in the previous video. So open curve is like it's like it doesn't have any boundary or something, it's just a frame. When I select this, you can see it's closed because the line segment or the polyline is being selected and it's being closed. So the area has been closed with the lines, so that's called closed curve. Okay, so this is a normal open curve. So let's go to the second option in the same tool. I can see, so when I keep my mouse, you can see there is a pop-up window which says, like, there is a mouse icon and there's 2 options. One is the mouse left button is polyline and the right button is line segment. So when you go to the option, in this you can see only one option. So when you choose some command like from the toolbar, you can see the same icon but it has different option like left and right. So some toolbars are hidden like in this kind of option, so you need to be a little bit careful when you explore this kind of commands. So I just take what is like, I just distinguish between a polyline and a line segment. First I'll go with the line segment. I just give a right mouse button click, right click of the mouse, so I can draw. I'm just pressing the shift so that you can see the ortho is being turned on. So when you press the shift, the ortho will be turned on. Okay, so I just draw line segment. I just draw the line segment. Now I just open this. So I'm just pressing the mouse left button to take the polyline. So you can see I'm just pressing shift to turn on ortho. So sorry, I'm just pressing space bar. So space bar allows you to pick the last used command. Okay. So this is line segment, this is polyline. You may ask, I don't see any difference. The thing is, like, I just drawn this line by using one command by giving 4 points, but when I select this, you can see it's been selected like each line has been selected, but when I select this, it's been the entire part has been selected. So here also I gave the 4 input points, that is like a start point, then I gave 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 point I gave. Here also I gave the 4 point. Here in line segment I got 4 different lines. Here I got 4 lines which is being connected to each other. So that's the difference between polyline and the line segment. Okay. So when you see this cross, okay, so you can see this cross. These are like 2 lines. So when I select this polyline, you can see it's been joined. So and this is unjoined. Okay. But if I select this and use Ctrl J, or else so join from command prompt, or else using this command. So there are different options. So at the end we are joining the line. So you can see one open curve has been selected. So it's been joined. So you can see one open curve is selected. So you can turn a line segment or thing into a polyline, like into a join by using join command. Okay, and you can make this polyline into lines like into 4 different lines or line segments just using explode. Explode is a command which you seen in most, like all the software like CAD, SketchUp, Maya, Blender, everything. Explode is a well-known command. So when I click explode, you can see I can select each line. So for join, Ctrl J is the shortcut. Okay, I'll just give the shortcut in the description. So now I'm just coming to the process. So when you see like bro, you just join these lines, so you're going to join this. No, we can't join this because the edges are not connected to each other. You may ask, bro, there is an intersection, why you can't join? The join works like when this point, or you can see these 2 points, we create a line by using these 2 points, that is from the start and the end. The same way we give 2 input values, that is the start and the end. So it should have the relation between the points. So the in between point, like it has invisible value called midpoint, but it doesn't consider as a value. It just used for snapping, but not more than that. You can join using the in between point. So what can we do is I can use a polyline like this or something, and you can see this line end is been joined here. Now this point end is been joined here. So when I use Ctrl J, I'll just use this one. So you can see it's been joined. So now when I use explode, you might think after joining and when I give the explode 1, 2, 3, so it will be explode as a 3. No, you can see it. So these 2 have been exploded, but when this one I drawn as a polyline, as a joined one, but you can see this one is also exploded. Explode is a command which gives you the possible way or possibly the maximum possibility of line segment or the explode values. So when you do explode, you can't imagine, like you can't expect to get only 2 values. It gives you the maximum possibilities. Okay, so just be sure when you give the explode or when you use the command. So it's been joined. Okay, this is the command. So when so the join tool, okay, I just type join and it's asking for select the object to join. So I can select 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see the lines have been joined. This is one way of doing join. So wait, I just select it and just explode. Or else, so for the first what I did, I went into the command by typing join, then I give the input value of 4 lines. So that is one way of doing. Or else I can select the input value, then I can give join. So here it's been joined. So this is applicable for all the command in Rhino. That is like you can select the input, then go to the command, or else you can enter the command and then you can use you can assign the input value inside the command. So it's up to you. So it has the possibility to do both. So that's the thing. So here you can see it's a polyline. Okay, in this polyline I just want this part, I mean only this line. The ancient method of doing this is just select this, explode it, and use Ctrl to unselect this and then join. So this is one of the ancient method. What I will do is like the modern method. Okay, it's like not modern method. So this is like different methods. Look, just shift Ctrl, use it, and now use Alt. So you get a copy. Okay, Alt Shift Control, delete it. So this is another method. So Shift Control allows you to select the inner value. Like once it's polyline, like it won't be selected. But when you when you press Shift and Control, it allows you to select the inner segment. There is inner curve segment or inner segment. So that is so helpful. Okay, so it's up to you. And you can see like from here I just used Alt and I just drag the gumball, so it gives me a copy which I said in the previous video. You can see here, like I'm just giving the link of the previous video. If you didn't watch it, please check the video. Okay, so this is the major concept of joining, exploring polyline segment. Okay, I'll just go again with the line. Okay, so in the previous video, so I'll just draw a circle before that. Okay, so I'll just go into line. So in this line, you can see like when you enter into line, you can see like a lot of options. In Rhino, it's like when you enter into line, then you have a lot of options. For that, you can see they use the first letter of the options as the shortcut. So when you click N here, it goes into normal, that we usually use. So this command, it's like you might feel similar to some other software. Yeah, it's obvious like it is similar to AutoCAD. So that's what I used to say. When you use AutoCAD, then 90% of 2D platform, or like if you use AutoCAD 2D as well as 3D, then Rhino is damn easy for you guys. Like it's the same interface, but like 3 or 4 like some commands might be introduced in a different form, but it's so similar to AutoCAD according to my knowledge. Okay, because I used AutoCAD 2D as well as 3D for architecture purpose. So I feel like both have a similar option, but the interface is a little bit different, but it is easier, okay, to understand. So here, start of the line. So it's asking for the start and it's asking for the end. So I'm just pressing shift so that the ortho is on. Ortho allows you to use or draw an object or move an object in a particular angle. So in the previous video, I said how to change the angle, how to fix the angle on ortho. So if you didn't see it, please go to the previous video, please check it. Okay, don't pop up into a new video like in an in-between video and watch it. Just go with the flow, just start with the basic. Like you might have learned Rhino previously, but you might have missed 1 or 2 commands. So when you start from the basic, you will also be brushed up with the commands which you know, and you will also have a chance to learn the command which you missed. So that's what. Just think it as a suggestion, something. We just draw a line. So let's explore the other options. Like it gives me both sides, so I'll go into both sides. So when I click the both sides, you can see the command changes. Like it's asking for middle of the line. So I just click the middle of the line. You can see. So here the middle of the line is typically the start of the line, but the line is being drawn on both the sides. You can see from this point, in this line, from this point, the line is being drawn on single side, but here it is being drawn on both the sides. So can give like Q. So it's been drawn 2 sides. So next, angle. So it's asking for start of the baseline. So let's say this is the baseline. From this baseline, it's an invisible line. From that baseline, I need a 45 degree. So now from that baseline, there is a 45 degree. Now I can give a value of the length of the line, maybe 40. So I can see the line, maybe. I'll just do it again. Angle. So it's asking for start of the baseline. So I just give this is the baseline. And from this baseline, I want a 45 degree tilt. So I give the pivotal angle of 45 degrees. So you can see from the baseline it gives me 45 degrees. So now I am going to give 40 as the value. So when I give the 40 as a value and the point is misstopped in the 40s. Now when I click it, you can see a line with a 45 degree of angle with a distance of 40 centimeters drawn. So this is how an angle line has been drawn in Rhino. So let's I'm just going slow, or my pronunciation is going slow because so that you understand the command properly, because my accent is not that familiar to all the persons, like all persons, so I just go slow down so that you also understand the concept. So if you didn't understand anything, you just say it in the comment section. I'll reply to every one of your comment. So let's go into the next one, vertical. So vertical is like it works on the Z axis. Okay, so I just select this, then start point, and the end point is go. So you can see by default it goes in vertical, not in any other direction. Okay, so it's like when I click here also it's 0, nothing else. Okay, so it's a great option because like when you work in a complex model, like that time when you use this vertical, it doesn't snap anywhere. See, you can see it's like it gives the value. So it means you can see, so wherever snap the line is vertical. That's a great option, you know, like it will be so useful in certain things. Maybe in the future video where I'm just planning to do a model of the famous building, that time you will also see. So this has been wrong. So next, going to 4 point. So it's asking for the baseline. Okay, let's give the baseline of 4 point. Now let's give the start of the baseline. So this is the baseline, end of the baseline. From this start of the line. So from here, end of the line. So actually 4 point is a concept where like you take the first line as a base, then from that line you just draw. Maybe here you might be confusing because this is like a how would I say, like a lunar eclipse in a year. Like you just use it like once in a month, or it is visible in once in a year, like something like that. It's like you won't use this command that much, but I'm just saying like so that you don't miss it. Maybe you might find a different option for this. So I will explain this in a proper modeling soft video so that it will be so understandable. Here it will be so confusing for you guys. So I go into the command again. So next is bisector. Okay, so I just start of the line. Then it's asking for the start of the angle to bisect. So you can see the line is been drawn. Maybe I'll just show you again. So it's asking for the bisector. So it's asking for the start of the bisecting line. So this is the bisecting line, and it's asking for the angle. So whatever angle, maybe I give 30. So you can see 30, or else just give for 40, maybe 40. So you can see from, so this is just an angle, so it might be 30, 40 or something. If it's I give 40, so it's 40. I'm just 40. 40. So the 40, in that 40 bisector is 20. So bisector is nothing but of the angle. So it gives me the 20 angle. So the same concept of angle line. Okay. So next is perpendicular. Okay. So it gives me a white line. You can see a line is being drawn. So whatever line I'm drawing, like whatever line I'm pinging, so it gives a perpendicular line for that line. So whatever line, maybe I'll just give this. You can see there is a white line. So white line detects the line which we are going to use, and it gives me a perpendicular option for whatever line we just draw. So that's a great thing, right? So next is tangent. So the circle, you can see there is a white line. So it helps us to draw a tangent to a curved line. So you like, if you don't know what is tangent, tangent is a line which is drawn in a curve with a reference to a point in a line passes through the point. Okay, so this is the reference point and gives me a tangent. So tangent is a great option for drawing a line. So these are the line options. Start of the selected curve. So extension is like, it gives an option to make the curve extended. Like extension, it's kind of extend value. So I'll just select this curve and you can extend the curve. So when I select this is the extension. Okay, maybe if you want, I can give this option extension. So it kind of extend option, but this is an helpful one. It gives you an extension of the curve. So this is helpful in while doing the 3D model. So that's all in this video. Just check the next video on 2D geometry where we'll speak about circle and rectangle. See you. Bye bye. If you have any doubts, say in the comment section. Have a nice day. Share it to your friends so that it will be helpful for you, for them also. Hello guys. So in this section we are going to see about rectangle and polygons. Okay. So if you didn't subscribe, please do the subscription. If you think it will be helpful for your friends also, please share to them so it will be helpful for me also. Thank you. So let's go into the video. So rectangle. So as I said before, you can take every command in 3 different ways. Like one is like from here, from this part, or else from command prompt, or else from the top. Like curve, you get rectangle. So you can select from here, or else you can also take from the command from here. Go into curve tool tab. You can see somewhere here. Yeah, you can see the rectangle tab. So it is possible, right? You know, like you can also draw a rectangle using lines, polylines. But in Rhino, there are some precise things where you don't need to spend a lot of time to do it. You can do using that. So in that way, rectangle is one of them. So let's go into the rectangle. So I just type rectangle in the command prompt. It's asking for the first corner of the rectangle and it's asking for the other corner of the rectangle or the length. So this is a basic rectangle. Okay. So I'm just typing rectangle again. So now let's come to the options like 3-point, vertical, center, around, curve, rounded. Okay. So these are the things you can see. So again, I'm just going to draw the basic like first corner. So when I click the first corner, it's asking for other corner of the other length. So in this, you can see the rounded option. I'm just clicking the rounded option. So I'm just clicking the second. So here, when I click the rounded option, you can see it's automatically been filleted. So the fillet can be arc, or if you want, it can be like conical, or else. So conical is like it use the midpoint and midpoint as reference, and it's like it's fillet. Arc is like it just goes with the center of the line segment. So that's the difference between the arc and conical. So it gives you an option. So that one. So when you go to rectangle again, so let's go into the 3-point. So it's asking for the start of the edge. Now it's asking for the end of the edge. So I'm giving the length. Now the third point will define the breadth. So L into B. Like first is the origin, the point where the rectangle is going to be placed, and the second shows the length, and the third gives the breadth. Okay, so it's a simple way. So next is rectangle. Now vertical. So as I said before, the option vertical is gives you or allows you to do the shape in the Z axis. So I'm just using shift so you can see. So this vertical, for an example, I'm just extruding it. Maybe I don't know. So you can see, and if I need a shape should be extruded in the vertical axis, I just need a wireframe to do it, and like it gives me the option, and it doesn't make me to like do a lot of things. I just go into vertical option and just draw a vertical rectangle, which is easier than it looks. So maybe I'll let you know where this option will be helpful when we do a 3D model. So rectangle again. So the next is center. So it will ask for the center. So I just give a center. So it's asked for the length and the corner. I just give this. So from the center to the corner, it's the diagonal length. Okay. So with the diagonal length, it defines the rectangle shape. Next, the around curve. Here comes the fun part. So I go with the around curve. So it's asking for the curve. So I'm just selecting the curve and giving the point. You can see the line is drawn. So when I draw a vertical, rectangle, these are like most used to get confused between these two. Vertical option is like you are already predefined, like saying it the rectangle will be drawn in only Z axis. But this around curve is an option where it draws around the curve. Like if this is a circle, it draws. If this is the curve, it draws around the curve. The rectangle is being drawn around the curve. Okay, it's like we can also use vertical rectangle using around the curve. Just imagine this is the line and using rectangle and using around the curve. I just select this as the curve, and you can see it can be drawn. But this around curve option is so helpful that you can draw whichever curve, whatever shape the curve can be drawn. And this around curve option is not only available for rectangle, it is available for polygon, it is available for circle. So it is so helpful, you know. So this is the rectangle option. Wait a sec, around it. So it's asking for the first corner of the rectangle and the other corner. So this is the rounded option. So you can take the rounded option from the outside, or else you can go into the first point, then you get the rounded option. So the same thing, but you can do it like in the first, or you can do it in between. So it's the same option. The next is polygon. Okay, so as I said before, you can take the polygon from here, or else you can take the polygon from here. I just take polygon from here. So when it comes to polygon, you can see the 4 options. So before it is the type of in previous command it is a type where you can draw the shape, but here it gives you the input value. You have 2 input values here. Okay, so number of sides, like when I click into number of sides, goes into that tab, and you can change the number. By default it has 6. I'm just changing to 8. So you can see, and mode is inscribed or circumscribed. Inscribed and circumscribed is like if a polygon is being drawn inside the circle, it's called inscribed, and if it's drawn outside the circle, then it's called a circumscribed, if I'm not wrong, or else it's vice versa. Okay, so this, I think so you would have read about this in your mathematical, if I'm doing the schooling, blah blah blah. I remember I learned that. So like just imagine I'm just clicking, it's asking for the dark color. It's the command which is asking for the center. I'm just giving the center. So after giving this, also you can change the mode to circumscribed. You can see the circumscribed. When I keep the circumscribed, the arrow is being pinging at the middle of the line segment of the polygon. You can see the middle of the line segment. When it comes to inscribed, it goes with the edge. So that's the difference. You can see. And here also you can change the number. Like maybe I can change it to 10 again. And now it's asking for the corner of the polygon. That is the darker one. You can give the polygon to be 10. So you can see a preview. Until and unless you click it, the value is not confirmed. You can change the value to 15. So it's just a preview. You can change the value to 120 or 15. So So the center value, the corner of the polygon 15 is being inputted, but you need to click it manually in the Rhino. So I'm just clicking it. So it's been assigned. So the value has been assigned, that is 50. So this is how a basic polygon is drawn. So when I click polygon again, so these two options you saw. Now the edge. So it's asking for the start of the edge and it's asking for the end of the edge. So here, what's the thing is, like, it takes this 2 point, that is, it takes this line as a reference, there is a single line as a reference, then it's wrong. Like, just imagine I just choose edge and I'm just making this as a start and this as the edge. So with the edge, the polygon has been drawn. So this is one of the greatest option. The next is star. That's the thing. Star is another way. So like, just imagine the star is thin. So it's asking for center and now it's asking for the end corner. Now it's asking for the inner radius. So it gives you a star option. Just imagine you need to draw this in a line or a polyline. It takes at least 10 minutes to draw this, but Rhino makes it like a 2 seconds. It makes your job easier. So when I go into star, you can see the other again option, vertical or around curve. So if it's vertical, so it's like this, and if it's around curve, I just go into star, I go with around curve, maybe I can select this. So you can see the star has been created around the curve. Maybe I can do it again. I just go to star, it's asking for around curve. It's asking to select the curve, I just select the curve. Now it's asking for the center, I'm just giving this point as center. Now it's asking for the length. Now the star can be outward as well as inward. It's up to you. Just go with the second star radius as here. So it's been drawn. Now you can use swipe. Just make it like select the rail and the swipe here. Something like this. So it's been created. Blah blah blah. So some kind of crazy shapes has been created. So this is how this tool, you need to connect each tool, like it's so helpful, Now I'm just going to polygon array. So next is vertical around curve. So these options, as I said before, vertical gives you the vertical option, around curve gives you the around curve option. So in the next session, we will see about the curves and circle. So I think it will be so helpful for you. And so in this week, we are going to check all the 2D geometry of Rhino. Hello guys, so in this session we are going to see about arc, circle and ellipse. Okay, so let's go into the video. As I said before, every Friday we are going to post videos. I'm just going to post the videos which I used for the workshop which I used to take in India back. Now I am in Italy. I'm just doing my master's, so I thought of post all the workshop videos in YouTube channel so that it will be helpful for you guys. On every Friday, stay tuned. The video will be released. 2D graphics, 3D, everything will be there. So let's go into the video. So perspective, okay. So the command which we are going to see is arc. So I'm just taking this entire arc. You can go into it. You can see arc. You can see a lot of options here. And in standard, you can see this arc panel. You can see like around 7 options is there. So first, I'm going to say the basic things which you see in the command prompt. Okay, deformable. I'll just come to that later. I mean, you will see that in this video, but at later. So start point. So it's asking for start of an arc. So I'm just giving a start. It's asking for end of an arc. So we just give 2 points. So now it's asking for the point of the arc, or else you can use direction. So with this you are defining the direction, or else you can start, end, start point, start and end. You can see use this, or you can go with radius. So this is one time. So when I use arc and it's asking for the center, It's asking for the start of an arc, and it's asking for the end. So this is the default. Okay, so when I click, so it is at the start it's asking for start of the arc. If you don't like this option, you have to go in this 4. So by default it has the one option, so that is center, then start, then the end point, so you get the arc. So start point is like start, end, then you get the arc at the center. Tangent, so tangent is like, so for this arc it creates a circle tangent now with this 2 point, that is from this point and this point. So from this point it gives a perpendicular line of this point which gives a circle. This is the tangent. So this is the arc. You can create the arc by with your value. So like this value. So this is a tangent arc. So maybe I can show you again. So it's asking for tangent. So in the tangent concept, how do I explain this? This comes in a basic mathematics. The same concept. A line drawn perpendicular to an curve point is called tangent. So with this, you can see there is a line which is being a white line. This is a guideline. So I'm clicking this point. With this point, this circle is tangent. So you can see the circle is being moved across a tangent. So let's say this is the inch. So with this point, that is tangible and the perpendicular to the circle which I drawn. So this point, there will be an arc, there will be a circle arc is being created. This is called a tangent arc. So this, in this circle you can keep whatever point you want. So I'm just keeping this. So this is like basic mathematical concept which you study in maybe 10th or 11th standard. In India we used to study in the higher secondary school, during higher secondary. So tangent, okay. Extension. So extension you would have seen. So it's asking for select curve near end. So I'm just selecting the curve. So it gives me an extension of the curve. So it's no, it kind of extend to, but it's kind of join. See, I give the extension, so it gives me an extension. When I select this point, it extends according to that area. So this is done. So this is the basic arc in the command prompt. When you go here, you can see the option in the first is like says arc, center, start, angle. So center, start, angle. So this is the command which you saw by default in the command prompt. Let's go to the next one. This is start, end, point. So start, end, point. This is the second option which we saw in the command prompt. The third one is start, end, direction. Okay. So this is the point which we saw in the third option, but in direction 1. And next is start, end, radius. So gives me the radius, so which we saw this before. So you can see all the command which you saw, it was in the command prompt, but here they given this. So next is tangent to the curve. So you can see every point. So tangent. So these are the point which you saw is only the left mouse button. When you see here, the right mouse button is also here. So when I click here, I'm clicking the right mouse button. It's asking for start, then point, then end. See, so this is a 3 point. So it passes through the point. So this is another option which you didn't see in the command prompt. And you can see this. I'm just clicking the mouse right button. Let's click again. Sorry. Wait a sec. I don't know why it's not coming. Maybe I will quit this one. Maybe you try a new laptop. I'm just clicking the right mouse button, but the command is not like it's not going in. Maybe here. Okay, this is the tangent. So tangent arc. So in this right mouse button, it's asking for the first tangent. It's asking for the first tangent. Next is asking for the second tangent. So the same concept. So it gives me an arc. So this is a tangent arc. Next is arc through points. Maybe wait, I'll just draw like I just change this mode to shaded. So let's go into this. If I'm not like, if I'm not sure whether I said about this. So these are the standard modes for the Rhino. I thought like I will always introduce these modes in Rhino, like when you do 3D, which is so easy to understand. That's why I just change it to shared mode so that the points will be visible. So now it's asking for arc through point. So just give these two. You can see the arc is being created. So let's take this, select the point to build the curve. 1, 2, 3. So you can see the point moves through the curve. I mean, see the curve moves through the point. Sorry, I just said in the wrong, opposite way. So this is like this. So these are the arc options. So now let's go into the circle and ellipse. So circle. So the deformal option, I'll say it later as I said. I'll say in the circle option. Okay. So first it's asking for center of the circle. Now it's asking for the diameter. You can change it to radius. You can change it to orientation, circumference, area, and project map. Okay, you can give the value like the circumference, right? Circumference is the outer length of the circle. Area, so area is pi r square. So you can give the area. So it calculates the r by using pi r square. So the area. So it calculate like that. So you can change the input value like according to your convenience. So that's one of the greatest options. So next is 2 point, like just imagine. So it's asking for start of the diameter and end of the diameter. So I'm just giving 2 points. Next is 3 points. See, I'm just drawing this, and this. So the line passes through the 3 points. So the circle will be drawn inside the 3 point. That is so convenient when it comes in the crazy point. So tangent, as I said before, it gives you a tangent, perpendicular line, and it gives you a tangent. See, something. And around curve, as I said before, right? Maybe I just draw rectangular, which I said before, vertical. Okay. So let's use circle. So it's asking for around curve. I'm just giving this, and it gives a circle. It creates a circle around the rectangle. Maybe you can use around curve. It's asking for the surface. So you can see this circle has been created around this circle, and vertical is the option which gives you a circle on unit Z axis as the major thing. So now let's come to the deform. Okay, so deform is asking for the circle, like center of the circle. It's asking for the degree and point count. Maybe point count I will give as 12, and the same option vertical 2.5. So just go with the general. Okay. So when I select this, you can see the circle is made up of 12 points. Whereas this, you can see it's a grid and stuff. When I select this point, so this point are known as control points. Okay. So the control points is the major thing which controls the elements of 2D, 3D, everything. And you can turn on control points by turn on or turn off by F10, F11. It's a shortcut key. Or you can use this point like show control points and turn off control points. So when I select this control point and move it, you can see it's not moving smoothly. It gives me an edge. So this is called pinching. Okay, pinching is a thing where when you move a control point, it gives me a sharp edge, not a curved one. So that is said to be pinching. So I just select this, and you can see the point. I'm just moving this point. You can see. So when I move this, it doesn't give me see, I can move like randomly. I can move water angle. See, I can move. So I can move this. I'm literally moving in different, but you can see there's no sign of pinching. So this is why we use deformable. Deformable assign the curve with multiple number of points. So that you don't you can avoid this pinching effect. Okay, it gives you the fluidity. So that's the option. It works in like curves and everything. So when you see here, we saw this, like the polylines lines, and we saw the circle and ellipse. So we will see the ellipse and we will see this curves. Okay, so this comes under curves. Okay, so let's go into the ellipse. So it's so I'm just going to ellipse. So it's asking for the center and searching for the end of the first axis. Now it's asking for the end of the second axis. So ellipse is so similar to, you can see the same axis, vertical, corner, diameter from foci around curve. So these I think you can explore it by yourself, because we saw circles. So when you try this, you will get an idea, because Rhino is fully based on your practice. It's not on what you see or what you learn. Like everything, it's based on your practice. I think you need to try this and let me know if you have any doubt in this. Okay. So after this, so these are the major 2D parts. So these are the curves. Okay. So you can see polylines is being each circle. So this point, this is a curve. So this arc. So in curve, let's see what are these options. Okay. So these are like control point curves. So now I said, you know what is control point, how the option deformable works. So with this, you will check the control point. So I'm just taking the first thing, that is control point curve. Okay. You can see I am drawing a curve by clicking the control points. Okay. And when I use this interpolated curve. Okay. So you can see the both curves. You can see when I draw, you can see the curve is being created through the points where I click. But in this, that is in the first option, you can see the curve is being little bit far away from the point. So these are the difference between both the options. The control point curve, it creates a curve a little bit far and it has a reference, whereas the other option, interpolate curves, will create a curve inside the point which you click. So I use certain interpolate points curve at certain point, because I don't need the outer boundary should be changed with the point. So I use this option. So in this you can see the right click curve through points. So it's the same thing, arc through points. So maybe I'll keep on 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now I'll just choose the option with this right click. So it's asking for the select the point to build the curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see the point is, the curve is being created to the point. So you can see the point which I gave the input. So I gave like in this order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the curve is also being drawn in that same order. So that's a great thing, you know, like this command will be so helpful at certain points. So I'm just telling the command first so that you have an idea of what the command do. Then I'll tell what can you do with this command, what magic you can do with this command. So it also, like, you also know the basic things of the command, and I'm also give the different types of possibilities you can do with the command, and you can also give your own possibility and you can let me know, and you can you can make me amazed by seeing your combination. I really appreciate people who try new combination, let me know. Okay, so in this you can see handle curve. Okay, so right click, it's asking for the curve point. Maybe I give the curve point, asking for the handle location. So it's asking for the next curve. So you could have, so it's kind of a handle like this one. It gives you the handle, it gives you the position of changing the curve. So this is like a handle. You would have seen this option in CAD if you are. So it gives me in Photoshop. In Photoshop, in pen tool, you would have seen this option, like it allows you to change the curves angle. So that's a great option for tracing a plan or something. So next one is interpret a curve on surface. I'll teach this on 3D, and this is handle curve. So this is the same thing, but it's given the different option. So this is sketch. So the left mouse, I can draw like something and it gives me a proper curve. So the sketch is not in a proper, but after that it gives me a proper curve. So this is like amazing too. So you can see maybe it's asking for closed, yes. So just imagine. So it automatically closed. So it is so helpful to find concept and stuff. I used to do this. On surface allows me to do it on a proper surface. On mesh, it allows me to do it on a mesh. But first you need to know what is mesh and surface. So for now I'm just avoiding that topic. So next is in the sketch, you can see sketch on surface, the right option. So sketch on surface, as I said, first you need to know what is surface. So this is also sketch on polymesh. So this is control point from polyline. So wait, I'll just draw a polyline. So here as I was saying, control point from polyline. So it gives me a proper curve. Proper fluid curve through polylines. So we can get, so you can, it's asking to select the curve, and if I enter, you can see it's asking for the degree, curve type, control point. You can change it to interpolate, different types of options here. So it allows me, these are the options which makes me to use Rhino again and again, because like Rhino gives me an option of different number for the curves. So these are the major options you have to work on it. So this is like conic. Okay, so it's asking for start and end of the start, and it's asking for the apex. So with this apex, it's kind of an arc. So arc, it's kind of an conics is like with the point, it gives me an arc with the defined triangular thing. So conical thing. So next is conic, tangent, and next is parabola. Next is parabola from thing. So these are the same options, like it gives me different values. So I'm just telling you, at this time when I say every command, it will be a little bit boring. So maybe I just try to explore all other commands, and I will I'll teach you the other commands while doing a model, so it will register in your mind very easily than looking into this. Maybe if you find something like you need to just read the command prompt when you are trying this, you will also get used to how to read the command prompt. And if you don't get the command, don't worry. The next video I'll do a model out of this, and you will learn the command which you missed. Okay, so that's all for this week. So in this week we just saw the 2D geometries which is necessary for Rhino modeling. In the next week we'll see how to trim this 2D geometry. And in the next week we'll see how to make 3D geometries, and how to trim, and how to do all the alteration in 2D as well as 3D. So we will see the commands on that. So see you on the next week. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching the video. And if you like the video, please press the like button. If you want to know the regular video, if you want to get notified, press the bell icon, ding ding ding. And if you have any comments to say, please tell it in the comment section so that we can improvise ourselves. And if you think this video will be helpful for your architecture friend who's trying to learn Rhino and Grasshopper and other parametric software, please share it to them. So every support of you will be so helpful for us to do more videos on the topic. It will motivate us. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.